Hello everybody and welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2003 Career Mode. You might be able to notice something's a little different from when I last left you after Watkins Glen. Next race is Michigan. However, I recorded Michigan, I went to go edit Michigan, and the video was completely corrupt and there was nothing I could do with it. Luckily, I had just done that race relatively recently. I recorded the race, then went to go edit it, so I remember the race, and I can tell you, it sucked. It absolutely sucked for us. We suffered from the same issue we have been on these big tracks, where we just don't have pace because our engine isn't quite there yet. So, we qualified P38, and we actually can look at the results. I believe you can do that, right? That thing you can do? No, it's not. Anyway, Dale Jr. won the race. We finished... I don't know if I can actually tell us. We finished 33rd. So it was an unremarkable race. So luckily that's now in our rearview mirror. Honestly, be glad you didn't have to watch it. Wouldn't have been a good episode. So at the end of that race, there's one race to go for this R&D department. This is the car we're currently running with. We don't have a 100% chassis. We will after this race. We are repairing engine number 6 because we need to have a 100% engine for Richmond, because Richmond is of course the next Winston 5 no bull race, so we need to have a good car for that. So now that you're all caught up, let's head to Bristol Motor Speedway and the Sharpie 500.
Mark will start at the line, buddy. Good luck.
Alright, now let's see just how fast or slow we are here. I don't remember being too quick in the spring race here, but of course we had beginner parts on the car still, so lap number 1, crossed the line. P41, not very good. Not a great run through 1 and 2 there. Not probably going to be the best qualifying run, but that's okay. We have a race to get through still.
Looks like we'll need a provision.
Starting in the back for Bristol.
It's nighttime here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and we're ready to go racing under the lights. It's the Sharpie 500, brought to you by EA Sports and MRN. As usual, 43 cars will start this race, and when they get lined up to take the green, they'll take up more than half the racetrack.
I think the old phrase, rubbing is racing, explains exactly what we're going to see in this one. Tight, fast racing with a lot of bumping and banging for position. Just what these NASCAR fans love to see.
Bobby Hamilton is having some trouble in the points this year.
Well, there's always going to be someone who has to fill in the bottom of the points list. Of course, none of these guys want to ever see their name there. Sometimes it's just not your season to shine.
Jeff Green must have had problems in qualifying this week.
You know, I spoke with the guys from that team in the garage this morning, and they said they tried something a little different in qualifying this week. They learned their lesson, though. Stick with what works, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
The Delphi car will start this race a little farther back than he's used to.
Yeah, he was due for one of these bad starts, though. Nobody can start up front all year. You're going to have a bad qualifying run now and then.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Absolutely fantastic qualifying run for Ken Schrader. He'll start on the pole for the Sharpie 500. MRN essentially used that same audio last week at Michigan for me, and I don't get it because we start towards the back so often, but it doesn't matter now. Green flag, we are racing in the Sharpie 500. It's already a checkup going into 1 there.
30 car.
We can get past Jeff Green here, but we just don't have the run out of the corner here. A little bit of contact with Green there, but we are going to clear him here. You can see this is where our issue is. We just don't have the get up and go out of the corner, even at these short tracks. Now scrape the wall. So it's where we need to work on the engine improvement. That is going to be our next upgrade, even if it takes until next season, just because we're so horrendously slow on the straightaways. It's just absolutely ridiculous. 50 laps here, long time. Hope the car eventually comes to us here. So we might have to do an odd strategy once again, just like we did in the spring race. But of course, in the spring race, I believe we had a caution to help us. And I don't know if we'll get that this time. But not the start we need here tonight. We are just so horrendously slow to begin with.
Good left. Keep hitting those marks.
Didn't take too long, but the leaders have caught to the back of us, and oddly enough, it is Terry Labonte leading the way here. Sterling Marlin appears to be in P2.
Put us a lap down if he gets by. Number 5.
Car is just horribly tight right now, as well as not fast, so we are really screwed here as Labonte's going to get past us to put us a lap down. We can hope for is he also starts working through the rest of the field relatively quick to put them a lap down.
Still there. Careful.
Whoa, Marlin hits the wall there, coming out of 2, but Labonte now underneath Frank Kimmel. Smacked the wall a couple times, as you can see.
Keep running that line. That lap.
Halfway on fuel, lap 15.
Halfway on fuel. Throw that left.
Run up the track there.
You're clear.
Just not having a good run here. I wonder if we could actually pit as early as now. It's about 30 laps on a fuel run. Honestly, I'm thinking we do like a mega undercut here, pit as soon as possible here. Maybe in the next couple of laps. Try to loosen this car up, get a little faster.
How's the car set up, Beans?
Tony Stewart's behind us here. Ken Schrader still running up towards the front. In fact, let's go ahead, go to our pit options, so I'm going to worry about the damage. We have a turn a wedge. That might explain why. We're going to go way down, take a... Go down to -1 there. We get to... Let's see, so Labonte's on lap 18. Now he's on lap 19.
Slipping a little on the clock. Okay, we're clear.
There's about 30 laps on a fuel run, so we should be able to enter our pit window here pretty soon. We're going to get just past lap 20, and we'll go ahead and pit here as we are holding up a whole bunch of leaders. And if this was the real-life Bristol Night Race, they probably would have just moved us by now. Stewart having trouble with Frank Kimmel as well, as Gordon's going to go to our outside there. He's going to take that position. Ooh, sorry there, Jeff. And I say position, not position, but you know what I mean.
Still behind you. A couple top 5 cars are on their way in.
Alright, some of the leaders are starting to come in. We're coming in. Relatively decent stop from the pit crew as Todd Bodine nearly hits us. So back onto the track we go. So we tried to do an undercut, but it's not really going to be much of one, honestly. Just have to see there, not getting held up on pit road like I saw Dale Jarrett just had to come to a dead stop. So we'll see how that helps us out here. Ooh, a little loose on the corner now. Corner exit. There is Terry Labonte up in front of us, the man who was leading this race.
Good lap.
So let's see what we can do here as the pit cycle continues.
Number 29. Top 5.
Well, pitting early didn't seem to do us too much good. It only gained us a grand total of 1 spot. And that was to Frank Kimmel, who is now directly behind me, so
All clear, buddy.
this is not going well. Bristol not being our friend here, as now Frank Kimmel's going to get past us, and we are back to dead last as Jimmy Johnson rejoins the track here. Holding up Jeff Purvis in that high lane. Luckily Frank not driving away, so maybe, just maybe we can try to keep up with him, but you can see just how slow we are on these straightaways.
Got one eye.
This is
Buddy, keep it up.
turning out to be not a great race, but something appears to be wrong because Jimmy Johnson's coming down pit road again.
Got one down left.
If that glitch that happened at... Ooh, hello. if that glitch that happened at Martinsville is happening to a couple of cars here, I'm not going to complain. I will literally take any position I can get because we just don't have any speed in the car. Then, I believe, put Jimmy Johnson a lap down. And we've got a blown engine. That looks to be Casey Kane. There we go. Couple of extra spots here. I will literally take them however I can get. As we scrape the wall and Rudd gets into the back of us. Car not looking too great here. Please, anybody else want to have this glitch? I'd like to maybe get a couple more spots. No? Okay. I guess this is just where we are. Well, if you wanted to know just how slow we are, you can see the massive train of cars that are now behind me. I'd say just about half the field, maybe more. Including the leader, they're in there somewhere. It is just absolutely incredible how we are so slow when, you know, we go to some races like Watkins Glen. Oops, sorry. You know, we go to like Watkins Glen, we run well. We go to, you know, New Hampshire, we run in the top 10. Then we come to tracks like this in Michigan and we're just so far off the pace. And I'm actually having to watch the fuel because our fuel is that bad somehow. Checkered flag is out, not sure who won this race, but we're going to try to coast back here to the finish. Fuel tank is empty, but we're going to cross the line. P39 in the Sharpie 500.
The yellow flag didn't fly at all in this one.
Whoa, that doesn't happen very often. It makes you pay a whole lot more for any mistakes. You don't have the cushion of yellow flags to get caught up.
The 63 car finished towards the back of the field in this one.
Well, all the guys on that team work so hard. It's a shame they couldn't get a better finish. Sometimes it's just not your day.
We hope you enjoyed the race tonight. For Barney Hall and everyone here at MRN, good night.
So just when I think it couldn't possibly get any worse, we have a crappy race, corrupted footage, another crappy race, and what's next? Darlington, the track that I was the absolute worst at in the spring. Let's not even think about it right now. Let's just go ahead, get to our team management here. So $1 million now in the bank. We have now 2 engine upgrades and 2 chassis upgrades. Now normally chassis would be next. But we need to work on the engine. 1.5 would bring it down to 6. This brings it down to 12. You know what? We're going to try to do it in 12 because 18 is going to be a little too long. So we'll do it in $12 million. And we're down to $26,000 currently in the bank. It's okay. We'll make it up somehow. We have, what, 3 races left with our sponsors. So going to the garage here. So for Darlington, we're going to go with, this appears to be our highest engine. We're not going to go with our 100 chassis because I want that save. I want options for the next one. We'll go with this. Good enough. Now in the chassis area, where are we at here? So we've got 100. We'll have a new one available after this race. And engines, we'll have that one done in a race. And we need to get our money back up before we can build a new engine with our fuel upgrades. But that'll be it for now in terms of that. P22 in the standings. We need to catch up to Mayfield and Spencer to get back into the top 20. Meanwhile, look back at the top. Dale Jarrett has a 141-point lead over Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, Sterling Marlin, and then Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now, the next big race for us is going to be Richmond. So Darlington next week going to be kind of just a do what we can with that. But then Richmond is where we need to really get out there and try to win again, just like we did in the spring. So couple of big important races coming up as we head towards the end of this season. So thank you guys so much for watching this. Hopefully you're watching this and this isn't corrupted too. But I will see you guys next time. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you liked it and subscribe for more NASCAR Thunder 2003. Bye!